All right, today on the CODE Bet Daily Matchweek 24 preview, I'm in a glass case of emotion after Arsenal got rolled this morning. Stats guy, what have you got for us?
Yeah, Alex takes his anger out on me, and I'm looking at Chelsea to bounce back.
Stats guy can't wake up at 6:30 to watch first versus second. Tune into the CODE Bet Daily. It's really cool. All right, Stats guy, it is CODE Bet Daily for EPL Matchweek 24. We don't need to worry about the date, but it's Thursday morning here in Australia. I am contemplating going and playing in traffic in a joking manner. There is actually no serious notes there, just haha, everything hurts at the moment. I am your host, Alex Donnelly. I've had 4 coffees this morning. I am a depressed boy right about now, thanks to sport. But I really can't talk because, yet again, Stats Guy's team lost this morning. Also, something he is used to.
Yeah, I'm getting used to that. I'm surprised you rocked up. I respect it was a tough loss this morning. I watched a bit of that. It wasn't easy for being an Arsenal fan this morning after a really good game. But, yeah, I still think at least you're still at the top of the table. Second.
Yeah, there we go.
Within the top.
I've also got a bone to pick with you, Stats Guy, for all of our listeners out there. Obviously, Arsenal and Manchester City played this morning. We'll get into a little bit of that later when we talk about each team. The game kicked off 6:30 Australian time, and obviously, if you're watching along, you can see that we're in our home offices this morning. Stats Guy couldn't wake up at 6:30 to watch first versus second in one of the best games of the year so far. What the hell, Stats Guy?
Oh, I didn't need to wake up for that. I was keen. I woke up a little bit later to watch the start.
Is watching soccer not part of your job?
I watched enough sport. I watched a bit of golf. The new golf taco last night, they kept me up a bit.
Yeah, but how does that have to do anything with your job, Stats Guy? This isn't Golf Daily. This is EPL Daily, and you didn't watch what first versus second at 6:30 in the morning.
Too early. I'll get on to the next one.
That is terrible commitment. I don't know if we have.
You didn't even watch the World Cup final, I don't think.
That's because it was at 2:00 in the morning. There's a big difference.
That's more my end. Your end's more the early morning. I'm more late at night.
Yeah, early bird gets the worm, Stats Guy. Start off your day with a victory. I did some yoga at 6:00 this morning, and it still hasn't calmed me down, as you can see. Yeah, I'm inflexible as all hell.
You might need to do some more yoga.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that rubbish. Few ground rules here on the EPL show before we break down all of the games as we usually do each week. We break down 4 games in detail and then rip through the last 5 with ideally tipping a winner. And we've started to keep our stats as of last week, and what a terrible weekend to start off.
I know.
We went horrendous, Stats Guy. What went wrong?
We did. We were really good last week. I don't like to blame the refs, but VAR definitely didn't help us.
Yeah, VAR did screw us a little bit
we
there.
We tipped Chelsea, and there was a few handballs in that one. At least one.
Chelsea should have got a penalty in the 89th minute. Arsenal got beaten, got a draw thanks to VAR. They should have won. And Brighton got dudded as well by VAR.
We only got 4 of those tips, whereas the week before I think we got even like 12 or something.
Yeah.
We were on fire last week, but this week
a combined 7 from 18 last week, and the best bets of 0 from 4. So it was a really good weekend.
We'll own it. You can only go up.
That's it. It was a tough weekend. Few upsets here, there, and everywhere, and me being a smart ass trying to tip Everton didn't help either.
Nah, that's all right.
Ground rules. We cannot tip Erling Haaland anytime goal. I can't talk about Marcus Rashford or the resumption, even though Rashford has scored 13 from 13 before tomorrow's
Where's that bell?
Europa League game. And Stats Guy can't talk about Miggy, even though he scored last week.
He scored again, but I'm happy. Yeah, we got a lot of other people we can talk about, so that's all good.
That's it. Let's rip in. First game of the weekend that we're going to talk about, and I like how we're getting my pain out of the way straight away.
Yeah, that's why I just chucked it in there.
Aston Villa, $5. The draw, $3.75. Arsenal, after losing 3 of their last 4 games across all competitions, $1.80. Player to look out for, Stats Guy. Give us something here.
Yeah, I'm looking at Leandro Trossard. I think you talked about him last week in the podcast. Yep. I really think he
scored
should be
first
starting
for us, so that helped.
Yeah. I really think he should be starting almost every game. I really like his impact when he comes off the bench, and I feel like even if you play him 60 minutes of that speed, the first 60, I think he can change that Arsenal side. He even showed, even late in the game when you guys were down 2-1 and 3-1, you guys, Arsenal had a lot of chances when he came on. Just shows that quick passing and speed that I think they need. Maybe give Martinelli or a few others a rest. We get Trossard on, so I really think he could be one to look out for. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mikel starts him.
Well, see, that's the thing with Trossard that I've sort of noticed, the way that Arteta's used him since he's come across. He comes on between the 60th and 70 minutes and just goes balls to the wall for 20 minutes to half an hour.
I reckon he could do that at the start.
I even wouldn't mind if he did start him, and he said, all right, you're coming off at the 60th minute unless you're on an absolute barn burner. Either or kind of works the way he plays. Like I've heard Jamie Carragher said during the week that some players are built to be bench impact players that are awesome, and Trossard is sort of one of them, but he was good. He was good again this morning. Had a shot that dipped over the bar late in the game. He's been good in his 3 games since coming across. So
I like him, yeah.
I don't mind that at all. I'm looking at Martin Odegaard, the captain.
Oh, the skipper, yeah.
He's been good, but not brilliant in the last couple of weeks. Ever since I said that he was the best player in the Premier League.
He's dropped off.
His form's dipped a little bit.
He's still being...
Thanks for that, Martin. Few sloppy moments this morning as well, with a couple of passes and crosses and free kicks that really didn't hit the target, but there was bits and pieces where he was that link man. I was even one in the second half where Arsenal missed a chance, but the ball was coming to him and he quickly, for about half a second, looked at all the options around him as he knew where the ball was going to be. And just then I was like, yeah, that's why you're one of the key players to Arsenal. He now needs to stand up here when it matters and dictate the game, because pretty simple, Arsenal need to win this game.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, title dream in absolute tatters, even though we have a game in hand. But let's get to some game picks. What have you got for us?
Yeah, what am I looking at? I'm looking at Eddie Nketiah. You've talked him up, I think, in the last few months. I really like
completely at the moment.
You're a bit off him. He has dropped a little bit in form, but he's a known goal scorer, and I think he had a few chances against Man City, just a bit unlucky not to.
He should have scored. He should have scored at least one of them. That was very poor. Scored, He is showing why he is a backup striker and not the lead man for Arsenal. I said a few weeks ago, he needs to stand up and say, Gabriel Jesus is not walking back into the side. Everyone has walked away this morning going, oh my God, can Gabriel Jesus hurry up and walk back into this side?
Yeah, well, I think just while he's not in the side, I still think Nketiah can score. So I like him at 3.10. You guys have a really classy midfield that can obviously provide him lots of opportunities like he has the last few weeks.
And
a little bit less pressure, a little bit worse defenders when you're playing Aston Villa as well. So I think, he can bury one this week. So that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, he did. Well, he had 2 free headers and he didn't hit the target with either of them. He should have scored them. I can forgive one of them, but he should have scored one of them, like one of 2, either, or it doesn't matter in the first or second half.
Yeah.
And there's just there was a couple of ones, when he found himself in offside positions a few times when he didn't touch the ball, thank God, because if they went in the back of the net and was offside, we would have gone bananas again. So really does need to lift Nketiah. I'm looking at Gabriel Martinelli. You talked about him earlier. Anytime goal. He was lively for periods. He wasn't around. There was bits and pieces. Something sort of missing for him at the moment. I don't know if he hasn't got some confidence up, but ideally he can cut back in off that right-hand side and score a goal here. Off the left-hand side. Saka plays on the right. And score a goal. He genuinely needs some confidence. $3.30 for anytime goal. He made a couple of good runs early in the game, but I just think he needs to find that consistency again. And even Arsenal at under 3.5 goals at $2.55 looks to be a decent bet for me.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Who wins?
Yeah, I got to take Arsenal. I think they looked really good. Could have easily beaten Man City. They're on the same amount of points at the top for a reason. I really like them halftime, full-time. I think Aston Villa have been really poor the last couple of weeks, conceding goals a lot. So, halftime, full-time, Arsenal, $3. I think you get a bit more value there on Bet365.
Yeah, breathing deeply here. Arsenal, next best bet of the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they should bounce back after win they probably should have gotten.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or even a draw would have been nice this morning. I might wake up in tears.
I know.
Yet again. We move on to a massive game, 6 versus 7.
Huge.
Both teams on 35 points at the Amex on Sunday morning. Brighton, $1.72. The draw, $4. Fulham, $5.50. Who have you got for us, stats guy?
Yeah, you got one of the most informed goal scorers in the world. A lot of people didn't even know who he was a few months ago, but Karo Mitoma from Japan, he's really fast on the wing. He sometimes plays a bit midfield, sometimes plays at striker. They're now just using him all the time in attack. He scored in 5 of their last 7 games, so he's just absolutely on fire. Feels like every time he gets the ball, he's having a shot on target and just is really fun to watch. I love this little thing I read about him the other day. He actually was studying at university a couple of years ago.
I was going to say, Google his story. It is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you Google this and have a bit more of a read on it. But he did a thesis on soccer dribbling.
Yeah.
So and he's one of the best dribblers.
He has a doctorate on dribbling.
Yeah, he's amazing. So when I read that, I'm like, well, he knows all the maths and the science behind the dribbling, I think, and he's written a thesis about it. So yeah, good on him, and it's turning into some goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are you looking at?
I'm looking out for Alexander Mitrovic. He's been a touch quiet since the World Cup. He was slamming in goals for fun early in the season, but he has scored in 2 of his last 4 away games. So I think he gets a chance to hit the board here. And I don't think Fulham should be the price that they are. $5.50 seems a massive price for a team. Well, they're ahead of Brighton on the by goal difference at the moment, I think, or I might have got that the other way around.
No, I think it's the other way around. But
yeah, it's the other way around. Sorry, yeah. So
they're pretty much the same.
6th versus 7th equal points. Brighton are actually ahead on goal difference. That's my bad. So yeah,
you're right. The odds could be a bit closer.
$5.50, big price. But what have you got for us in a game pick or a bet?
Yeah, so as I said, Matoma, I think he's just in amazing form. There's been a lot of sort of players in the league that just get on some goal scoring form and just continue it. So I think he can. So Matoma anytime goal, $3.10, really good price. I think on Bet365, better than some of the other ones. And then I like both teams to score. This could be a really close game with 6th versus 7th.
Yep.
You got Fulham, who have Pereira, Willian, who's back into form.
God, he was good on the weekend.
Yeah, William's been really good. I've been surprised. I thought, he would drop off. He's pretty old now. So, but you got those 3 in attack, and I think they can at least get a goal. But I think, Brighton might get over the line 2-1 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just taking the over 2.5 goals at $1.73. I think that's a pretty good
I like that. Yep.
So do that. Don't even need to worry about the win. That's a cent better than Brighton winning. So we might get 2-1. 2-2, 3-3. It should be a pretty exciting game. I'm actually looking forward to getting up Sunday morning early and watching the replay. Who wins?
Yeah, I was going to take Brighton. I've said I was a bit unlucky. I tipped him as my best bet last week against Bournemouth.
We both did.
Pretty stiff. Yeah, we both did. So they're still my favourite team to tip each week. Just I think they've got a really classy team. They dropped off last week. It was very unlike them. So I think they'll bounce back and beat Fulham and get that 6th spot a bit more cemented.
Yeah, that's about you. Tipping Brighton as well. Funny stat, they've never beaten Fulham in the Premier League.
I saw that. They've never lost to them at home, but they've all been draws.
Yeah, so they haven't won. Well, that's they could have won in like 19-2, but this is since our records have been kept, which is the last 15 years. So they haven't beaten in the Premier League in the last 15 years. So good enough to say ever. Next game, yet another massive game. They're all really massive at this time of year, except
it is every game.
Unless it's like Chelsea playing whoever's in 13th at the moment. It's not really massive.
West Ham or something.
Hashtag drive by. Newcastle $2.50. The draw $3.50. Liverpool $2.87. Newcastle have not beaten Liverpool since like 2005 or something ridiculous in the EPL. I might have to check. Might be 2015. I had it up earlier, and for some
I think
reason,
it was 2015.
It's not on the run sheet. Good.
I don't know how that happened.
Alex.
I'm pretty sure you wrote 2015 before. But still, that's a long time.
2015, I was right. My bad.
Okay. Cool.
All right. I'm going to go first here. Mo Salah, player to look out for. He's broken the drought. Yeah. He hardly scored this season. I wouldn't say he's back. But he broke the drought. Can he turn this into more goals? He needs to. He's on £400,000 a week. He needs to score more goals to be up for that the money that he's on. Who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm looking at Nick Pope, a bit more left field. We don't usually give much credit to the goalkeepers, but he's got the most clean sheets in the league. So he's got 12 clean sheets already this season. They've only conceded 13 goals for the whole season in 22 matches, which is unbelievable with the amount of classy attackers in the Premier League. So I really like that, and I'll just be interesting to see if he can get another clean sheet or at least keep him to 1 goal. Liverpool, who's a bit better quality than some of the opponents they've faced recently.
So that's really funny with Newcastle is the only game they've lost this year was to Liverpool at Anfield, and it was 2-1. So they lost and had 2 of those goals conceded in that game. They are a very, very stingy team, Newcastle. I mean that in the nicest way. They need to win a game, though, because at the moment, getting a point every game is not going to get them Champions League football. They need to win.
They need to win in the next few weeks. Yeah,
they've only won 1 of their last 6 with 5 draws. Liverpool look to be back in somewhat decent form. I'm happy to take the draw at $3.50 here because I think this will be. I reckon this will be a 1-1 0-all draw, very cagey affair. So the draw and under 2.5 goals is $4.60. The correct score of 1-1 is $6.50. So I'm really betting up on the draw here. And as we said, they haven't beaten Liverpool since 2015. So looking forward to this match. I don't think it'll be a masterclass of football, shall we say, but a very tactical affair between two very.
It will be tactical. Yeah, I agree. I think, the tactics might take over, and that's why I'm taking the under 2.5. You get a lot of these big games where both teams are sort of trying to outsmart each other, keep it as close as possible, especially where both teams aren't firing an attack. So yeah, under 2.5 goals. $2 on Bet365. And I'm really liking draw halftime, Newcastle full time. So I'm really liking Newcastle at home. I wrote down, I think I've actually written that down wrong, but they've won 8 of their last 10 home games in all competitions. So they're really good at home. They've just had a great year. So I really like draw halftime. It's going to be low scoring. So I think it could be like 0-0 or something. Newcastle score a late winner, maybe 1-0. You get $6.50 for that halftime full time bet. So I really like that.
So that means you are tipping Newcastle to win.
Yeah, I'm tipping Newcastle. I like them at home. They've got some of their better players back into some goal-scoring form, so I'll take them.
I'm going to tip the draw here.
The draw, nice.
Yeah. As we move on to the last game that we'll sort of deep dive in, very tricky game to dive deep into, so I'm blaming you, Stats Guy. You're the one that did the run sheet. Manchester United, who have to play in Barcelona tomorrow morning, $1.57. The draw is $4.33. Yep. Leicester City off the back of a thumping win over Tottenham, a $5.50 outsiders. Who are you looking at, Stats Guy?
I'm looking at the Aussie, Harry Suter. So since he's come along, I know he got an own goal in the first game, but they've had 2 wins. He's just sort of settled them in defence a little bit more. He even got an assist last game. So he's taken his form from the World Cup. He had a really good form at Stoke, obviously why he got picked up in the Premier League. Then he's taken his form from the World Cup, becoming a more well-known player. Got an assist last game from centre-back. So I really keen to watch him and see how the Aussie can keep performing.
Yeah, no, don't mind that at all. I'm having a look at Jadon Sancho. Continued his return from injury. Looked good. He's come back in some decent form. And he's just building up. They're not obviously overplaying him given everything that's gone on with him in the last few months. So looking forward to seeing how he continues to move back into it. As we know, he's a very classy player and at his best. He's one of the best for United. This is a hard game to bet into.
It is.
I really wish we didn't have to dive deep into it, but it's...
I just thought it was interesting.
I don't know if we have rules. We're the ones who made up the rules of this show. I don't know why we're doing 4 games, but anyway, because United play tomorrow morning in the Europa League against Barcelona at the Nou Camp, and they could have 17 hamstrings for all we know. So we don't know what the actual lineup and everything's going to be. So I'm going to sit on my hands in this one, other than what I think the match result and that is going to be. So I'm tipping Manchester United to win and over 2.5 goals at $2.20. 2-1, 3-1. I think United will win, but the fact that Leicester have started to score goals without Jamie Vardy, finally they've scored 8 goals in their last 2 games. So I think we get a high-scoring game here, but very hard to tip into this one. So thank you for putting this on the rundown, Stats Guy.
That's all right. I just put it in because I don't care what lineup Man United really put out. Even if they put their second lineup, I still think they could beat Leicester. And I think I just put it in because Leicester have had some pretty exciting games last few weeks. And be interesting to watch, I reckon. High scoring. But that's that high scoring. They've scored 4 goals in both of their last 2 games, Leicester. So I'm taking the over 3.5. You got Man U, who are the third best team, plus this goal scoring form of Leicester. Over 3.5 goals, $2.50. I think that's really good value. And then a bit of a sadder one for Harry Suter. I was talking him up, but I think he could be booked, like a yellow card or something like that. So he got a yellow card last game. Their attacking nature means their fullbacks run up and leave sort of Harry Suter on his own a few times. Got a yellow card. I think against a better opposition, he might get another one. So you get $5.50 for him to get a yellow card. I think he could get another assist or play well still. But yellow card, $5.50 against Man U. I don't mind that one. There's a bit of a niche bet.
Yeah, after Havertz decided to not foul someone this morning for the first time ever.
Really?
And there was 9 yellow cards in that game, and Havertz didn't pull one of them.
Oh, that's funny.
Tough scenes. Gerald, play the bit.
Stats Guy's here. Let's leave McAllion. Stats Guy for more stats of the day.
Come on, Stats Guy. Hit us up. Give us a stat of the day.
All right, so we've got a bit of James Milner, who's played over 600 games. He's only the 4th player to do that in the Premier League. He's not stalwart. He's just been around for ages. He's only scored, he's a defensive midfielder, so he's not known for his goal scoring. He's scored in 47 EPL games, in which he's won every single one of them. So I really like that stat. Every time he scores, they're going to get a win, and it's a bit niche when, there's a lot of goal scorers in the Premier League. So if he scores, lock in them to win. That's my stat.
Not too bad. Good stuff, Stats.
Right.
Well done. Cheers. That's actually a good one. I'll give you some little golf claps on that.
Thank
one.
you. That's
well
first time, I reckon.
There's a first for everything. All right. We've been going on for a little bit now. Let's rip in. Rest of the games this weekend, tip or a bet or something of note in each game. Let's go.
Yep.
Brentford probably my second favourite team at the moment, despite last weekend. Screw you, VAR. Brentford, $1.91, draw, $3.50. Crystal Palace, who are in terrible form, $4.50. Who wins?
I'm surprised it's not more. Yeah, you got to pick Brentford, $1.09. I think I said this to you yesterday. There's a lot of weeks that Brentford are around that $1.90, and most of those times they're going to win. They're unbeaten in their last 10 matches, first time ever in their history. So yeah, get on board them.
Yeah,
what are you thinking?
Best bet of the weekend, Brentford. Get on, $1.91. They'll win.
Nice.
Chelsea, $1.36. The draw, $4.75. Southampton, $9.25. Now, Southampton sacked their manager. Are they a chance?
Well, actually, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I'm usually on the
this is
bandwagon.
your thing. Come on.
It is my thing, but I can't take Southampton. They're horrible. They've just got a really horrible team. There's a few teams
I don't think
that
it's
sort
a
of
horrible team. It's just like it hasn't worked with this new coach and who
hasn't worked. They picked up Leeds' actual manager that they just sacked. Or they haven't picked him up yet. Yeah, which is interesting. But yeah, I got to take Chelsea. They looked really good, as we talked about earlier in the week, against West Ham. Enzo Fernandez and João Felix linking up. I think we were unlucky to score another goal with VAR. But yeah, so I'm going to take Chelsea and over 2.5 goals, just because Southampton love to leak goals. $2.10, you get a bit more value for Chelsea there.
After a quick Google, Nathan Jones sacked, but Jesse Marsch will not be the new manager according to the latest update overnight, whereas this time, I was like, he's going to do it. He's probably seen it and gone, I'm going to get relegated. No thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Chelsea should win. If they don't win, Graham Potter could get shown the door. They're like, even if it's a draw, there's every chance he gets shown the door.
Another thing, we got Reece James and Ben Chilwell back. So they're
James did play this morning, so he may.
And so did Chilwell. So they might rest him, but I think they'll both play just to get them some games under the belt.
Yeah,
so that's good.
Good on you for wasting $1 billion and Mudryk getting subbed in the 60th minute this morning. Notts Forest, $9.50. The draw, $5.30. Man City, they're not $1.75. They've got to be $1.35. That's wrong.
Is that?
That's 100% wrong. There is no way known Manchester City are $1.75 and
I thought that was wrong.
That's going to be $1.45 or $1.35. All right, you just go on with what you think will win while I find this price.
Oh, because you wrote down $1.75, I was like, I'll take them at $1.75. But yeah, you got to take Man City in this one. I think you can even take them at over 2.5.
They're $1.35.
Oh, I was going to say, there you go. So similar to Chelsea, it'll be around the same odds. You get over $2 for Man City.
You'd rather back Man City than Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You got Notts Forest, who've actually been pretty good this year. Yeah. But Man City have just found some form, obviously beating Arsenal this morning. You got De Bruyne and Haaland, who are the best duo in the league. Just keep combining and look really, really, really good together. So, yeah, I'll take Man City and over 2.5.
Yeah, De Bruyne with that finish this morning. Holy smokes, that was an amazing finish off the back.
I know, that was awesome. A left footer as well.
As I said, the typical usual Arsenal defensive horrendous blunder. And I was like, it's come early. That's good.
I know.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, what a finish. Haaland was a bit patchy. He obviously won that penalty, but he was offside, so it doesn't matter. He scored,
unlucky,
but there was a couple of times where he had chances. It's like he's overthinking rather than just like, man, just put the ball. He had chances to score 2 or 3 goals this morning. He's got away with 1, but could have been more. They're back. They'll win. Something on Man City to win at $2.90, but to win to nil, that is.
Win to nil, yep.
Man City will win.
Nice.
Everton, $2.37. The draw, $3 Leeds, $3.30 Leeds. Still haven't found their new manager, so the interim manager is still rolling on here. What are you going with?
I just got to go with Everton. I think they obviously beat Arsenal a few weeks ago. I think they've just found a bit of form. They know how to play to their style. Positive football usually works in the Premier League where you don't want to sit back the whole time. So they've decided, we're just going to attack a little bit and it's working. So, yeah, I really think they can get a win. $2.37. Obviously not the easiest game to predict, but with Leeds a bit, without the manager and very, very inconsistent, I'm going to take Everton.
Yeah, I'm going to tip the draw here. Leeds are in horrendous form as well. Still no manager, as we said. And there is a chance that Everton could be a touch flat after throwing everything at Arsenal and Liverpool. Let's remember, that first goal for Liverpool came off the back of Everton having a shot that hit the post. They ran down the other end and scored. It was one of those, it could have been 1-0 us, and now we're 1-0 down. It was that gut punch. So every chance they may be a touch flat, but God, these teams are so bad. This could be 0-0.
It's hard to predict in this.
If you're watching the highlights of this, if you're not a fan, watch the 3-minute version on Optus Sport.
Right.
Wolves, $1.67. The draw, $3.75. And the battling Bournemouth, $6. I'm just going to say it. Wolves will win. Let's move on.
Yeah, I think Wolves head-to-head, they found a bit of goal-scoring form. Bournemouth are horrible. So
That's all they need. That's all that game needs. Tottenham, $1.83. The draw, $3.75. West Ham, $4.33 in the final game of the weekend. Of course, Bentancur out for the rest of the season with an ACL. And Hugo Lloris out for the next 6 weeks as well.
Yep.
If West Ham weren't so bad, I'd tip
their team's all right, but usually in the past, they should be a lot closer, but they've been horrible,
part of me wanted to really find a way to tip West Ham, but their form's just so bad, and surely Tottenham find enough to do a bit. Richarlison, what are you doing? Harry Kane, you're going all right.
Richarlison still hasn't scored a Premier League goal.
Terrible.
I know.
If they lose this game, they will not qualify for the Champions League or Europa League because Brentford, Fulham, and Brighton will get them. I'm tipping Tottenham. Absolutely no confidence whatsoever. I have less confidence in this than Chelsea.
Yeah, okay, there you go. I'll still back Tottenham. It is weird. Maybe I was thinking about this the other day about maybe the cracks are opening up of relying on Son and a few others to just get them over the line where he's not producing as much. And the cracks are sort of opening. But West Ham have been horrible, so you can't bets on them. So you got to take Tottenham. $1.83, which seems about right for their form, but we'll see. I think they can still get the job done in the London derby.
Yep. All right, we've run through them. Have you got a multi-stats guy or is it me?
Nah, you go the multi this one. I think you've got a good one there.
Yeah, just 5 teams head-to-head. $12.40 for this. Yes, I'm trying to pick a 5-leg multi. Good luck, Alex. Arsenal, Man City.
No, that's a good one, I think.
Yeah, Arsenal, Man City, Brighton, Brentford, Wolves. 5 of them, $12.40 with Ladbrokes. Probably get better elsewhere if you look around with some of those companies that offer you a boost. But those are the 5 teams that I definitely think will win this weekend. So let's go with that.
Yep.
Best bets, stats guy. What have you got?
Yeah, I'm just going to go straight out. Man City.
You can't have $1.30 chance as your best bet.
To be fair, when I wrote this down, you wrote down $1.75.
I thought our rules were $1.50 to $1.60 or more for best bets.
I'll change it to Man City and over 2.5 because I I'll do it. So Man City and over 2.5. I think $2.10. They've just got great goals going for them. If they can score 3 against Arsenal, they can easily score 3 against Notts.
Easy. All right, Brentford and Arsenal straight out. Both of them will win. I hope. Please, Arsenal win. Seriously, I can't take turning up to a Sunday run day. # follow them on Instagram if you want to come for a run on Sunday. No free ads.
No free ad. That's a free ad.
I own it, so it's okay. I can't turn up to Run Club and talk to the boys and be like, oh yeah, Arsenal again. I'm sick of it because it's Liverpool fans and they're starting to give me crap and I can't handle it.
No, you can't confident Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. So please, boys, win. Brentford, you're helping me out a lot. All right, stats guy. That's it.
Let's go.
CODE Bet Daily EPL version done and dusted for the weekend. We will be back for the daily show later today. Maybe not me. I've got that much work to do. It isn't funny with, obviously, we can mention some news. I'm doing some stuff at punters.com.au. The podcast,
a bit of racing stuff.
The podcast videos are back next week.
Jumping ship.
I'm not jumping ship. I'm just helping out the team. I'm team player stuff going. Check out that. I'm really deep into the Sydney form at the moment. Thank you to Rose Hill for having 18 horse fields in the first 3 races on Saturday. It's great.
Oh, geez. Wow.
So check that out. But we'll be back for the daily show. James will be here. He's somewhere in the city at the moment doing Fox Sports stuff yet again. So get around the show though. Like, review, subscribe, star it. Please.
Oh, there we go.
Share it to everyone. Chuck a follow on the CODE Bet socials. Leo is doing a mountain of work on the socials at the moment. A lot of good stuff there. Facey, IG, Twitter, TikTok, all of that good stuff. Any questions via the socials? Mark McAllion, I am not okay. Any bets, anything like that? Seriously, just have some fun with it. Why not? We're here for a good time. I think that's it, Stats Guy.
Yeah, thank you. That was really good.
Yeah, thanks for lobbing in.
Go Chelsea.
Screw you, Stats Guy. Thanks to Gerald for producing. He's doing a stack of work at the moment too. That bloke, honestly, I don't know how he puts up with us and our crap. So thank you, Gerald. Thanks to me for actually coming to work today. May all your picks come in, guys. Happy punting. And Stats Guy, what do we say?
Yeah, we say gamble responsibly.
Or the more you bet, the more you win. Either or. We'll catch you later on today. It's CODE Bet EPL out.